Hi, I'm Tim Whitmire with First Integrity Mortgage, and thank you for checking out this video. So, the topic I wanted to discuss today is divorce and separation. And so, I would really love to talk to home buyers or homeowners prior to divorces being final. And in fact, it's actually better the sooner I can talk to you or someone, the better, because the farther that you're along the process, sometimes the harder it can be to do what you need to do. And so I do mortgages for a living. So what does that have to do with divorce? Well, when people are getting divorced, they're splitting assets, they're splitting debts, but most likely the biggest asset is their house. And so it's just a matter of okay, how who's going to get the house and determining who gets the house. The other person needs to find another place to live or whatever. But how does that look? And I can help give you clarity strictly on a numbers point of view as far as like, okay, based on what you're going to own the house, what the current rate is, what are your new payments going to be, is that affordable, and that sort of thing. That's one part of it, but there's so much more to it. Another big thing is when going through a divorce and there's divorce settlement, how it's actually written in a divorce decree can have a substantial impact on what your loan's going to look like. If it's written a certain way, you need to pay your ex equity, you might be able to do it with better terms if it's written in one way versus another. It can make a difference between if the loan is considered a cash out refinance or if the loan is considered to be a rate and term refinance, which has a significant impact on what your rate and what your payment's going to be. It also has a significant impact on how much you're allowed to borrow versus what the value of your home is. So it's critically important. And the earlier I can talk to someone about this sort of thing, the better I can prepare the homeowner, the person getting divorced ahead of time so they know going into negotiations what needs to be accomplished. Beyond all that, something that I see all the time, I shouldn't say always, but what I see a lot is that debts that are being split don't always get refinanced. And it's something I'm a huge advocate of, something that I recommend that you do. For example, maybe there's a vehicle that your ex are going to be soon to be ex spouse drives all the time. And maybe with a divorce settlement, they're going to end up with this vehicle. But there's a loan on this vehicle, and the loan is in both of your names. My recommendation is to refinance that car loan so that the car loan is in your ex's name only. Otherwise, if it's not, even if the divorce settlement legally that gets signed off by the judge says that hey, the debt is your ex's responsibility, when you go to apply for a mortgage or any other kind of loan, when it comes to your credit, that debt is still your debt and it can impact what you're able to get approved for and what you're able to do when you're trying to buy a house. So, those are a few examples of the sort of things that you need to know when you're going through the process. And even though I'm a mortgage expert and I'm not a divorce per se expert, I could still be a valuable resource for you. So if you or anyone you know is about to start the divorce process, maybe they're midway through, or even afterwards, I've gone through the entire process myself personally, but I've helped so many customers. I can be a valuable resource for you, and I would love to help. So feel free to reach out to me. I'm Tim Whitmire, First Integrity Mortgage. You can reach me at 314 402 8184. Thank you.